For 30 years, the Big Brothers Big Sisters here in San Luis Obispo County has been offering mentorship to local youth in need. Now they are at risk of losing key funding. I'm Dylan Foreman, and as your community reporter, I looked into what that could mean for the local nonprofit. Morro Bay's Matt Warren recently starred in season 3 of the reality show Farmer Wants a Wife, but a decade ago he found himself becoming a mentor, or big, for the local nonprofit Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Was thinking to myself, I had a big brother who was, my whole world. And so if I could do that for some kid that doesn't have, maybe a dad or maybe a brother or just in a tough situation.
And for 30 years, the organization has provided that level of preventative mentorship for 10 to 20,000 kids through relationships like Warren and his little Luke.
When I met him, he was just a kid and now he's an adult. And so making me feel a little old, but I was just, really happy I did it and still happy to have that relationship today.
But the programs are at risk of losing key funding, according to SLO Big's Development Director Jane Connolly.
We are really conservative with our money. It goes to staff and it goes to programs.
Connolly tells me the nonprofit was already impacted by the large-scale cuts to AmeriCorps funding nationwide and could see up to $115,000 of its $700,000 total operating budget slashed through other forms of funding.
We are running at this level that isn't necessarily sustainable, especially if we continue to not get the grants that we were getting in the past.
As preventative forms of care that nonprofits like SLO Bigs and other organizations around the county provide, the federal budget has many of them in limbo, waiting to see what grants they will be able to secure and how much support they'll need from the community.
But these little investments in people, like the time in people, the money in people, that makes a huge difference.
After I've kind of got involved in this, or have over the years, realized that there's a lot more kids out there that need help.
The Big Little benefit is their biggest fundraiser of the year on May 30th, with all proceeds going to the organization's programs. In San Luis Obispo, I'm Dylan Foreman, KSBY News.